Ever wished for something to last forever? Like that feeling of falling in love.
For a really good pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A really good pizza, a breathtaking sunset.
The possibilities are endless.
But it turns out forever might be a lot more complicated than we think.
Way more.
So today we're taking a deep dive into this idea, this concept of forever.
That's right.
And we're going to be looking at
The Problem with Forever.
The Problem with Forever, exactly, by Bliss El Hope.
Like, it's a really thought-provoking piece.
It is. It's an excerpt from their book, Losing Hope.
That's right.
And it's a really poetic exploration of love and time. And
It kind of makes you wonder if forever is really all it's cracked up to be.
yeah, I was left with a lot of questions after reading this.
I bet.
So let's get into it. What's so fascinating about Hope's perspective on this idea of forever?
Well, we all grow up with these fairy tale ideas of eternal love.
Right, happily ever after.
Happily ever after, exactly.
The prince and the princess.
But Hope challenges that, and they actually suggest that forever could make love, well, less lovable.
Okay, so it's kind of like a be careful what you wish for kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But why would forever be a problem for love? I mean, isn't that what we're all kind of searching for?
Well, Hope really digs into this idea that in a never-ending scenario, love might just lose its spark.
Okay.
Because of all the endless repetition and predictability.
Nice.
And they use this really vivid image
What is it?
of kissing every spot on your body over a dozen times and still having like an eternity to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, it's kind of like when you find a song you absolutely love, you just want to play it on repeat.
Totally.
At first, it's just pure magic, but then after like the 100th time, it doesn't hit the same way anymore.
Right, exactly.
Could that really happen with love too?
Yeah, I think that's a great analogy, and it actually connects to this psychological principle.
Oh,
It's called hedonic adaptation.
Hedonic adaptation, okay.
It's basically like, it's the human tendency to get used to things over time.
Even good things.
Yeah, even the things that bring us immense joy. We see it with like material possessions or accomplishments, even like those really heart-fluttering early days of a new relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, so that initial thrill kind of fades as the experience just becomes more familiar, more routine.
So it's like the honeymoon phase is over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Hope is describing, like these exhausted expressions of love.
Right, just going through the motions.
Going through the motions without that initial passion and excitement.
It makes you think, if everything just becomes routine and predictable, could even the most blissful experiences start to feel kind of meaningless?
Yeah, that's a really deep question, and it actually leads us to a pretty fascinating philosophical concept
Lay it on me.
called eternal recurrence.
Eternal recurrence, okay.
There's this really mind-bending idea that we would just relive every single moment of our lives.
Every moment.
The good, the bad, the mundane.
Wow.
Over and over again for all eternity.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a cosmic record player stuck on repeat.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know, right?
Some people I can see finding that comforting.
Yeah, it's a little terrifying to me too.
Yeah, a little bit on the terrifying side for me.
Yeah.
But Hope's piece isn't like all doom and gloom though.
No, not at all.
They also explore the kind of the flip side, right?
What's that?
The value of impermanence.
Oh, that's interesting.
And there's this really powerful line towards the end. Just have to read it. The problem with forever is that nothing lasts forever, my love.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What do you think Hope's getting at there?
I think it's a really poignant reminder that the beauty and significance that we find in life often comes from its finite nature.
Okay.
So knowing that things end actually gives them a sense of preciousness.
I see.
It encourages us to cherish each moment, to find meaning in that fleeting nature of our experiences.
Yeah, I mean, that really resonates with me. Thinking about it that way, maybe saying goodbye is part of what makes the experience so meaningful in the first place.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And this idea of finding beauty in impermanence is actually a central theme in Japanese aesthetics.
Oh, tell me more.
There's this concept called wabi-sabi,
Wabi-sabi.
which emphasizes the beauty of imperfection, transience, the natural cycle of things.
So it's like...
It's about appreciating, the cracks in a teacup, or like the fading beauty of autumn leaves.
Right, or like an old antique.
Or like a worn wooden surface that tells a story.
Yeah, it's like it's lived a life.
Exactly.
That's really beautiful.
And it's a very different perspective, I think, from that kind of Western ideal of forever, which is often about, permanence and perfection.
Yeah, we always want things to be perfect
Right.
and to stay the same,
Yeah.
but maybe that's not the answer.
Maybe not.
So maybe we shouldn't be striving for forever after all.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe it's about embracing the beauty of the present moment, knowing that it won't last.
Right. Just like that good pizza.
Yeah, that pizza.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Exactly.
Because it won't be there forever.
Yeah, that's a really powerful takeaway.
It is.
So today we've really delved into Bliss El Hope's The Problem with Forever, and we've discovered that maybe, just maybe, forever isn't the answer.
It's a thought-provoking idea for sure.
And it's made me think, about the true value of impermanence and how appreciating the present moment, knowing that it won't last forever, might be the key to a more meaningful experience.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
And we'd love to hear your thoughts too.
Yeah, what does forever mean to you?
What are those things in your life that you really cherish?
Because they won't last.
Exactly.
So keep those questions in mind as you go about your day.
And, to continue exploring these ideas.
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking out Losing Hope by Bliss El Hope.
It's a great read.
So thanks for joining us on this deep dive. And until next time,
Keep questioning.
keep exploring.
And embracing the now.
Exactly.
See you next time.
Bye.